Welcome back to another Peak Bloom Sakura Watch in Hyde Park. The rain has returned and I can already see signs of fallen petals on the ground. But fear not, this is just the beginning of falling petals throughout the park. The trees by the sports fields are still displaying 90 to 95% open blossoms, offering a feast for the eyes. While the blossoms are starting to fall a little more each day after a good week of bloom, there are still a few glorious days of cherry blossoms to be enjoyed this weekend. Cherry Hill continues to be in peak bloom, with well over 90 to 95% of open blossoms visible across all the trees along the paved path and atop the hill. But here too, we can see the wind gently blowing off a few blossom petals, which is a lovely sight to see. This is also a Japanese tradition associated with the end of bloom called sakura-fubuki, watching the cherry blossom petals fall like snowflakes. But as for the blossoms, there are many left to view, as shown in these videos and photos. Continuing down the path that follows the edge of Grenadier Pond, the cherry trees are also still in peak bloom, with over 90% of open blossoms to enjoy. This area is closer to Lake Ontario and more exposed, which makes it more susceptible to the wind, so I would expect to see petals fall a bit more quickly than other areas of the park. But the trees are safe for now, and if you visit this weekend, there are a lot of wonderful blossoms to see. The peak bloom continues next to Jamie Bell Adventure Playground and Hyde Park Zoo. These trees began to bloom a bit slower and are currently showing 90 to 95% of open blossoms. Since these trees started later than the other areas, I expect them to last a day or two longer. This area may not be as well known, but that gives it an advantage, with less potential crowding and easier for families to view who may already be in the park for the playground or zoo. You can find them tucked into a small group of trees by the duck pond and the other group across from the playground. When visiting the park, here are a few things you need to remember. Don't pick or break off any blossoms. Don't pull down or shake the branches. Don't climb, sit, or stand on the trees, and don't leave litter in or around the trees. But do respect the trees and the surrounding areas. And also note that vehicles are not allowed to enter the park during peak bloom, so you will need to park on Bloor Street or another street nearby. The weather will determine how long the bloom lasts, but with rain in the forecast this weekend, it will begin to knock down blossom petals. With all that said, we are currently in the middle of peak bloom, which started April 20th and will continue to the 26th, weather depending. And that wraps up this episode of Sakura Watch. Thanks for watching. Please comment below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Remember to visit our website for more info and watch for more updates soon.